I mean, Lexus is cool and all, but why did they put only an analog clock in here for the time? I get this thing looks really good in the interior, but like that's the only way to read the time. Look on the OEM like screen, there's no time anywhere to be seen. I'm not saying I'm a dumbass and don't know how to read an analog clock, but like when you're kind of just driving, you want to glance over at the time, you gotta kind of use your brain to see the time. It'd just be way better if you could just see on the screen, like just digital. But yeah, I do have Apple CarPlay now, so I can kind of see the time digitally. Without it, it was kind of annoying.
This is the worst fucking car you could buy ever. Reason number one has to be the miles per gallon. The mileage on this car is egregious, and I'll be driving slow and cautious, and I'll still only get around 22 in the city. The second thing has to be this fucking center console. Where do I place my phone? It's rounded. There's no clear spot. I can place it here, but why would I do that? I can't place it in here because I keep my headphones and some other miscellaneous inside of my glove box. This car's fucking trash. And don't even get me started if I have to pick somebody up and put them in the back seat. There's zero room in this shitbox of a sedan. But god damn do I love my car.
This is a problem for all all-wheel drive Lexuses, especially the front passenger side. The passenger side axle is known to be an absolute hassle on these cars. And as you can see, my bumper flew off because of the tow truck, which will have to get fixed. But other than that, here's the axle, half of it, because the other half I'll throw on screen right now is actually stuck in the differential. This is half of my front passenger axle. I'll throw on screen right now what a regular one looks like, but it has a whole nother thing over here with a bearing in the middle. That bearing I'll throw on screen right now is actually seized into my differential. So, for the time being, until next spring, I'm debating on rear-wheel drive swapping the IS by basically removing the front diff and the axles because they're stuck.
I told myself that I was not going to neglect this car, and it is neglected.
So, first things first, this gap keeps getting bigger every time, but I'm probably not gonna work with that today. But my belt is fucking squeaking like a '01 Chevy Blazer.
Dude, it is so loud, and it's been doing it for a while. Every single time I would turn it on cold start, it would squeak, and I just kept ignoring it until today when I'm just literally just doing just basic driving, not even beating on the car. It is squeaking so loud.
So now I gotta figure out why it's doing that, because the belt is new, so I really don't know why it should be squeaking. I'm gonna take all this stuff off in the front and then just try to take off the belt and just spin all the pulleys to really just see if there's anything stuck, because I genuinely don't know what's going on.
And by neglected, I mean my belt's squeaking, my TPMS light is on, my check engine light is on, but I know what that is from. I went to go check out the filter, and I had to take off the housing, and then I disconnected the mass airflow sensor, and I forgot to plug it back in and turn on the car. So it threw on a check engine light, but I just plugged it back in, but I just never erased it. So yeah, I'm gonna stop neglecting it.
Can we just take a second to appreciate how beautiful the intakes on the RCFs are? Like any 5-liter V8 that Lexus makes, they come with that color intake, because that's like the F color. And dude, it looks beautiful.
Correction, only the real F cars bring that, I'm pretty sure, because I think the newer cars now, like the LC 500 and the IS 500, they don't bring the blue intake because they're fake Fs.
All right, so I got the belt. Well, the belt's still on. I got everything up here removed. Now I have to take off the belt and spin these individually to see what's going on, because this belt is new, but I don't know what it's squeaking. And I know it's coming from here because I spray like some, let's say PE Blast for WD-40, and it'll stop doing it. So I know it's coming from somewhere in here, so I just got to figure out where.
Okay, well, now I'm like low-key kind of frustrated because I just took off the belt and I spun every single pulley that's here except for the crank pulley, because that's not it. But I cannot hear a single thing. I think I may have found my issue. Maybe. It seems like it.
So let's all take a look at this pulley right here. You see that line on it? And it feels gritty, it's not smooth.
Which leads me to believe that my problem is my water pump pulley and not my actual water pump. I actually did think it was the water pump. And the first time this had happened, when it was just the belt, I bought a brand new water pump. I spent like $300 or $400 on it, and then it ended up just being the fucking belt. I think I still got it at my house, but I don't know. So I might be able to get the pulley out of it. No, I returned it.
I'm gonna see if by some miracle an auto part has this pulley in. Bro, they're not gonna have it.
They don't even have the actual water pump in stock for it. Like, what leads me to believe that they're gonna have the actual fucking pulley? I might as well just get on RR Racing and just buy the lightweight blue ones. I mean, might as well. The intake's blue. All right, so I figured out what I'm gonna do, and I'm not just gonna go individually replacing one thing after the other, just trying to chase this sound. I'm just gonna go straight to the point, and I'm just gonna replace idler, tensioner, water pump, whatever the fuck I have to replace. I'm just gonna replace it because I'm not gonna keep chasing around this fucking sound and just keep having to take apart half of the front of the car to be able to get to that.
Kelly, what are some common issues with Lexus?
Lexus, I would say need timing belts every 90,000. A lot of electrical issues. Other than that, all around solid vehicle.
What are some common issues with Lexus?
Lexus, I've seen them when they come into the shop. It's AC issues. Like it just won't switch from hot to cold anymore. The air also won't switch between different doors. It ended up being like just an ungodly amount of money to be able to try and fix it because you had to pull the dash out and then you couldn't just get the little motor. It's a whole box assembly and it's just a pain in the ass.
Mark, what are some common issues with Lexus?
Lexus has an issue? Hey, you keep those maintained, they'll go 400,000 miles. I mean, it's a high-end car, but you keep it maintained, you're gonna get your miles out of it. There's not a lot of issues with the Lexus. Unless it's been in an accident, got rodents get in there chewing wires, that's a different story, you know, but you keep those maintained correctly, they're going a long time.
Alex, what are some common issues with Lexus?
Lexus, it's kind of hard to find common issues with Lexus. Oil changes. They're good cars. It's Toyota, and I like Toyota. I think, 9 times out of 10, the issue with the Lexus is that you need to maintain it. If you don't maintain it, then things start to domino. But I haven't seen anyone let a Lexus get that far just yet.
Mike, what are some common issues with Lexus?
Common issues with Lexus? Some are evap codes, some are knock sensor codes, some are water pump codes, leaking radiators, just kind of a variation, honestly, with any car.